Well, here we are again. I'm gonna try another one of these things. I was reading today a book by a guy named Ray Simpson, and one of the things he said he was sort of talking about the changes in society, and keep in mind this book was written 20 years ago, but he was just saying that talking about, I guess, younger people of his day, they do not know the story of their people or of their spiritual formation. And he's talking about how, people, because of the influx of so much information, have lost the ability to know where they came from and what is their story. And I think that applies to Christians too. It's interesting because just this weekend I got this. This is my grandmother's diary, and it is written the year that I was born. And it's just really interesting. And believe it or not, I actually have read it before. And I have always remembered because it just talks about some of the significant things in our family. And I just found that really interesting. I think God has always wanted his people to know who they are and know where they came from. And the Jews, the Israelites, were very, very conscious of this. And in their mind, the world, their history really begins at the Exodus. It doesn't mean that everything before the Exodus doesn't count. It's just that's where they became a nation, and that's sort of day one in their mind. And I think as Christians, day one for us is the cross. It doesn't mean that everything that came before that doesn't matter. It just means that's kind of where we mark the beginnings of ourselves as a people. So, this is one of the reasons why I like to preach, Old Testament, even New. I love preaching the Gospels because it's the story of who we are, and it helps us to understand where we came from. So, even, this Sunday, I am going to preach about Samson. And Samson's story is part of our story. It helps us to understand where we came from. So maybe you could use this week a little bit, for you younger families that have children at home. Maybe you want to go through some of the stories that are a part of who we are. And people whose kids are no longer living in their homes, you can do this yourself. Anyway, I hope you're surviving okay. I hope you're not getting too bored out of your mind. Haven't gone stir crazy or got cabin fever yet. So hang in there. Love y'all. Take care. Bye bye.